What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Tipping Point on the Hoops Crew Media Network. How have I gone with my tips so far? Not great, not fantastic, but not terrible. I got 7 out of 9 on the weekend. It wasn't amazing. I got the first couple wrong. I think we all got the Richmond one wrong, didn't we? No one would have picked Richmond in that one, surely, unless you're a Richmond supporter. But silly me. Well, not silly. I've got to back the system. My system told me that Essendon was going to win this one against Hawthorn, and I look a bit silly now. Therefore, I am languishing in about 93rd position in the Hoops Crew tipping comp, and nationwide around about 300,000 or so. It's early days, but got the rest of them right. Very happy to get the GWS one. It was very late in the piece that one came off, and everything else pretty much went as planned, really. So, I guess I'm on 8 at the moment. I think someone in the Hoops Crew tipping comp is on 11, hasn't got one wrong. It's a long season. I'll get there. Hoops Crew tipping comp is currently led by Chloe Katz, 47. That's the one with 11 on their own, followed by Rob Pat, 67. In second spot, and Dallin Soph in third spot, also both on 10. So, So anyway, there's a few there. There's not many. There's not many on 10. I'm, as I said, probably mid-table. But anyway, all right, my tips for this week. Let's get on to it. Carlton versus Hawthorn on the Thursday night. Now, the last time these two teams played at the MCG, it was the Hawks by 74 points last year over the Blues in round 23. An absolute smashing. I'm going to do it again, though. And, I hate Hawthorn, but I haven't got a compelling enough reason to pick the Hawks. I'm picking Carlton by 10 points in this one. The home tenant of the MCG, got to pick them. They've won 3 out of 4 against the Hawks. You got to convince me, Hawthorn, to pick you. Not enough form in 2025 yet. I haven't seen enough games from the Hawks to rely on form a little bit more. So maybe after this week, when I look silly again, maybe I'll have to change my tune. Bulldogs versus Collingwood on the Friday night at the MCG. Last time around, it was the Bulldogs by 18 points in round 13 at Marvel. This time around, I'm going to go with Collingwood by 10 points. It's technically a home game for the Dogs. This one's being played at the MCG, though, for some weird reason. I guess to help the Dogs with the money and all that. But the Dogs have lost 5 of their last 7 games at the MCG. It's a pretty difficult one to tip, this one. Collingwood for me. I could be looking at 0-2 to start the round, though. So we'll see. Next one, Essendon versus Adelaide, a Saturday afternoon at the MCG. Last time around, it was Adelaide by 2 points at Marvel Stadium. I'm going to predict Essendon by 20 points in this one. Main reason, the interstate advantage. Essendon have won 7 of the last 8 against Adelaide. But more importantly, take this one to the bank, everyone. Adelaide have lost 10 straight games at the MCG. So is it going to be 11? I think it's going to be 11 straight at the MCG. They did look good last weekend, but I'm still picking Essendon for this one. The next game, Port Adelaide versus Richmond. Didn't the Tigers look good last week? It's a Saturday twilight at Adelaide Oval. The last time around, it was Port Adelaide by 41 points in round 20 last year at Adelaide Oval. I've got to go with the power to bounce back this week against Richmond. It's the interstate advantage is clearly the main reason here. Port has also won 4 straight against Richmond. So it's pretty hard to not pick Port Adelaide for this one, even though they were killed by Collingwood by 91 points the week before. All right, on to the Cats game. St Kilda versus Geelong, Saturday night at Marvel Stadium. Last time around, it was St Kilda by 18 points, round 24 at the same venue. They're going to do it again, the Saints. Saints by 15 points this time. How can I pick against my own club? Because St Kilda's beaten us 3 times in a row at Marvel Stadium. I don't know what it is at Marvel Stadium. The Saints not going to be too happy with their performance against the Crows. Coming off a 6-day break. They'll still do us. They'll still do us at Marvel Stadium. I could potentially come here next Monday night for this show and have got no tips right. I'm not confident, but I'm backing the system. You always have to back the system. You can't walk away from the system. All right, Brisbane versus West Coast. This is a Sunday afternoon game at the Gabatoir. Last time around, it was Brisbane by 13 points in round 19 last year. Can you believe 13 points, and Brisbane won the premiership? I can't believe that. I'm going to pick Brisbane for this one by 20 points. It's the interstate advantage is the main reason, but also because they won 6 straight against West Coast. So pretty straightforward. We won't dwell on that one too long. A couple of games to go. North Melbourne versus Melbourne, a Sunday afternoon at Marvel Stadium. Last time around, Melbourne by 3 points in round 16 last year. I'm going to predict Melbourne by 6 points this time around. Melbourne have won 6 straight against North. So, again, pretty straightforward, really. Melbourne will be pretty upset at losing to GWS. North Melbourne, they've got to change something. That club's just a joke. I don't know when they're going to start winning games. I don't think it's this week. At all. Last game of the round is Fremantle versus Sydney, a huge game for both clubs. This one's a Sunday night game at Optus Stadium. Does everyone like the Sunday night game so far? I don't know if I'm a fan. Last time around, it was Freo by a solitary point. Round 17 last year. This time it's going to be Sydney by 2 points. And the reason why Sydney have won 3 straight against Freo at Optus Stadium and have won 4 straight at Optus Stadium. So that's my reason. I don't know. What are you going to tip? How are you going with your footy tipping? Let me know down below. And until next time, go Cats, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.